How's it going? Um, Today should be interesting. Sorry, I was just thinking where to start. Today should be interesting. Uh, I hope because I say that because I don't know what I'm doing today. I mean, I know what I'm doing today. I just don't know. What I'm doing today. I've never really done before, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Let's. Oh, the script's not running. There's no reason that the script can't be running right now. So, well, let's whatever. Let's just switch over to screen cam. And oh well, actually, I think I probably have to. Oh, it is original equals true. Okay, so yeah, I can probably just run it. Okay. Um, and then yeah, we won't immediately be getting to work on the script or like on the project really because uh, one thing that has been like a lingering known issue for a little while now has been memory management. Specifically, we're not really managing memory yet. We're just kind of like letting the memory do whatever it wants to do. Um, so the other day I was looking at like options for memory profiling in Python, and I got annoyed by how like none of them just had like a simple download link, um, which was annoying. But I feel like I yelled at about it enough, and so now I'll probably just do it anyways. So Python memory profiler. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Sorry, my eye is like slightly itchy. Sorry. Oh, speaking of my eyes being slightly itchy, I still need to get glasses for when I ride my bike. That's neither here nor there, but um, okay. Yeah, I swear I did this yesterday and it just like didn't. It's like Python setup.py install. I feel like this is not the entire command. I'd like this to just work, but I feel like they're missing something here. Um, hmm. Uh, Wait a second. Hold on. We did download the thing and we did extract it, but as I recall, stupid garbage goes here. We extracted the tar.gz and we ended up with a tar. Is that normal? Uh, oh, seriously? It was like double archived or whatever. What? Sorry. Like I said, I mean, the name of the folder kind of says it all. Like this is what I'm dealing with here. So stupid garbage goes here. Um, okay. So let's put these here then as well because these seem to fit the bill. All right. So then let's go to command line and cd dot slash stupid garbage. Oops, nope. Hey, jerkface. Stupid garbage goes here, and okay. So now we can do the Python setup.py install. Python setup.py install. Yay! Snap hopefully works. Hopefully. Um. All right. Let's. Wait. Did it just install it here? I am like very many different kinds of unenthusiastic and unimpressed with what, what this all is doing so far. But if it works in the end, that's like good. Um, the line by line profiler is used much the same way as the line profiler. First, decorate the function you would like to profile with profile, and then run the script with a special script. In this case, the specific arguments to the Python interpreter. Okay. Uh, What? The line by line profiler is just much the same way as the line profiler. Okay, so like I said, this is kind of new. So this works for functions, huh? Cool. I guess that should be helpful. Because like most of what I do is a function. But just because it like runs on other threads, I've put most of what I do in a function. I guess it won't necessarily help for the graphics. Well, I mean, I could always just make the entire graphics like a function. Holy crap! No, that'd be so aggravating. Um, no, I could do that. It'd be really aggravating, but I can do it. Really? It has to go for functions. It can't go. You can't just use it on a script. That's great. That's my favorite thing. Um, it'd be nice if you could though. I'd prefer it if it just worked better instead. That'd be really helpful to me. Um, so maybe we'll get enough useful information out of like the first batch of stuff that we get. Um, maybe. I mean, we'll see. We can always try something, and if it doesn't pan out, we can go back and try other things, or start worrying about it then. But who knows? Maybe the first thing will work out. We don't know until we really try it. So, or you can specify like precision and stuff. Uh, Interesting. Um, all right. Well, anyways, let's try like any of this stuff. So, I assume I have to like include memory profiler or something. Oh yeah, wait. What was the thing about running it with a special script? In this case, with specific arguments to the Python interpreter. Like what special arguments? Like tell us that. Oh, this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, alright. So maybe I don't have to like include it or anything. Maybe just by running it this way is satisfactory. So let's I mean the first most interesting well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just decorate all of my functions. Not there. Why is there a search on that half of the screen? Like anyone cares about that half of the screen. Alright, so def let's just what was it? It was like at profile. At profile spelled correctly. I think. Yeah, at profile. Okay. So let's just throw this all over the place and see what happens. Do 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 do. I guess I don't really have to put it like literally everywhere. I don't know. I'm mostly just curious to see like what information. Actually, no. For simplicity, I should not just throw this everywhere. For simplicity, I should start with like the simple case, which is just what is the data thread function called? It's like it's this one here. No, it's bigger than that. Data thread, run data. Yeah, right. It's kind of a big one. So yeah, let's just try this, see what happens. Oh, for starters, I'm just gonna set this as like the false version of the script, not the real version. And then, SOGOM, hey, how's it going? Welcome. So let's go cd cd projects, journey, and so yeah, what was it? It was like Python dash m, like memory something, do memory profiler, and then journey.py, I guess. Hey, how about that? So now where's the part where we actually get like the memory profiled? When does that happen? That'll be interesting to find out. Let's find out how we can expect that to work. Is the script actually running correctly? Because it hasn't put in trusty bard or binner yet, so it seems like it's actually not running correctly. Which is a little weird. Maybe it's just running extra slow or something. I don't know. I mean, it could be that the data thread's just not running, because this is what would happen if the data thread was not running. This is just like the graphics thread running. Weird. Let's see what the docs have to say. Output will follow. Output, you say? When does this output follow? I'm interested to find out. Alright, well, it did eventually... Alright, so it's just going very slowly, I guess? Alright. Yeah, when does this output occur? Because I'm interested to find this output. I probably should have printed this to a log file or something. I can worry about that later, though. This is just like the test run. Python script with a decorator is called using mmemory profile in the command line. The precision parameter is ignored. Oh, okay. It just says that, like, hey, output. But like, when do we expect this output? Like, how long does it have to run before it, has this data to output? Is it like is it like itself creating like a log file somewhere or something? Did it not install correctly, and is it not working? I don't know. Let's do what? Troll.png. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Alright, so yeah, no, I don't even know what I'm like looking for here. So I'm just gonna like close this, I think. Oh, there it goes. Hey, look at that. It's when you close it, then it starts showing up. Alright, so yeah, I definitely want to make a log file for that, because it's not going to be formatted nicely in here. So, alright, yeah, I guess I'll just let this run in the background then. Oh yeah, so before I run that, hold on, I'm gonna increase the process priority on the actual version of the script. So that way we can get that running at like slightly better consistency, and then yeah, and so then I'll run the new one as well. So run it to I don't know, we'll call it just like memory log.txt. Um, and yeah, hopefully this will give us some interesting data. Incidentally, that is not that's not nearly as involved as I was expecting. So like I can do other things at the same time, I guess. Uh, so cool. Okay, we'll just kind of let that run, and it'll collect data, and then hopefully when we come back to look at it later, some of that data will be interesting and useful. So uh, uh, why are people so concerned about their links getting deleted? Like, why do people care when their links get deleted? Like, I can still see them. Is they? And I even read out loud what you had written, but I don't know. Okay. So let's do what? Yeah, I guess I'll just put this in the background. I'll just minimize it. And so, yeah, we'll leave that running, and then we can close this. We don't need that. Because yeah, it seems to be working now, so that's good. That was only slightly more annoying than I had hoped it would be. Yeah. So that's in progress. The memory profile is in progress. Oh yeah, this is the demi transition teleport, or the transition demi. Like yeah. So this is. I'm just gonna look into this real quick because this is a thing that we saw yesterday. That like. Oh yeah, we can also look into the water flicker because we saw that again yesterday too. So in yesterday's stream, in the second half of yesterday's stream, which would be this one. Wait, what? Oh no, I guess it'd be this one. I was just expecting it to be the second one because I'm streaming now, aren't I? I feel like this should be the first one. I feel like what's happening right now should be the first one. Apparently not. So I just realized I was doing the same. Okay. Not important. What is important is what happens at time 144. So let's make this a little bit bigger. So we can jump to time 144. I think it happened like a little way into the minute. Right, okay, so we're in the middle of the village here, right? And then in just a moment, like, we're gonna like halfway teleport out of the village, and we're gonna be in the snow. At least, if I was seeing it correctly yesterday when the bug occurred, that I'm pretty sure that's what happens. So, yeah, where are we in the transition? We seem to be, like, right at the lineup. No, I mean, yeah, okay, I think we were literally at the, yeah. We were literally, and there's me reacting to it. I think we were literally at, like, well, I was gonna say at the 0 marker, but, no, I think we were, like, literally at, like, it's hard to say, either the 0 marker or the 19, but we were basically on one of those, like, perfect divides. And I think we jumped to exactly halfway through the transition, which is weird. I don't know why that happened. So let's try and figure that out, I suppose. That'll be, hopefully not too complicated to figure out. So it seems to be, actually, hold on, let me, I probably won't be able to see this in the video, but, especially if I put the OBS in front of the, was it, I'm just curious if, like, if we got the transition initiated print. No, it looks like we didn't. Oh, transition window. We got the transition window print, like, up here. We can see it on this log here. But, yeah, there's no, huh. Weird. I would have thought, like, yeah, because we're clearly transitioning to the snow. And usually, when that begins, we get the transition initiated print. Um, hmm. What would be causing something like that? I guess like I mean I do have something that resets at the when we initiate a transition. So it used to be that like we would either handle transitions as like goofy or like standard. By goofy I mean like on the foot that you're not like on a non-dominant foot, which is I think a term that I don't know where it originates from, but it's like used in like skateboarding and snowboarding and stuff. But like yeah, so like there are the two transition frames, and we usually well here I'm just gonna pause this and start looking at the code. We usually start transitioning from like a specific one of those, or at least we're supposed to. It might be that we're not, in which case that could explain what's going on. So it'd be what like next and or no next name. No, where are we? Split text string. No, not D, not D, not D. Env next name. Yeah. Okay. So if env next name equals blank, then sorry. So if end frame is wait, what? So this is where we yeah, okay. So if environment frame modulo gwidth is less than last end frame modulo gwidth, this is the frame wherein we're looping around. And what is it that we do here? Yeah, this is when we initiate the transition. So I would have thought that this would, I mean, if we were supposed to be transitioning into the snow, I would have thought this would like, you know, that we would have seen this. Because like that, so the frame at which this evaluates to true is that frame that I was talking about, when it like exactly lines up. So in the case, so env next name wasn't blank then? Wait, why do we look for? Oh yeah, yeah, right. Because if the environment's not blank, wait, how does this work? If env next name isn't blank, then we go down here. I feel like we must have evaluated down this code path, because like how would we have gotten to the how would we have gotten into the snow if there wasn't a next environment? Obviously, the next environment was the snow, which is why I was thinking like, you know, maybe start here. So env name equals no, but that doesn't make sense either. Well, so actually no, I guess that would actually mean that like this this wouldn't have evaluated either, because if this had evaluated, that would have cleared the transition. It wouldn't have initiated the transition. This is how we know we've hit the end of the transition. So what? Maybe I'm just doing something here in like the wrong order. Maybe maybe like maybe we're initiating the transition. All right, so when we initiate the transition, we hard set what? We hard set something. We hard set so if end destination not equals blank. Wait a second. Oh, do we not? Or did we not do that anymore? Maybe I have like a mismatch in like how I'm setting this stuff. Cuz I thought it used to be that if well, like when we initiate transition, we just oh, maybe we stopped doing. Maybe I forgot to do this at some point, and yeah, maybe I just forgot to do this at some point, and and that's what's causing it. So yeah, no, it used to be that when we initiate a transition, uh, oh right, so it'd be in here somewhere, because this is when we initiate the transition. Oh no, but this line didn't evaluate, so changing code here wouldn't really change anything. At least not for that specific case. Yeah, what on earth caused that? Uh, uh, Hold on, let me look at the video again. We really didn't get... Oh, wait. Huh. Yeah, I had two versions of the script running, so it's possible that this version of the script was not the real version of the script. So maybe we did get that message after all. And maybe this version of the script that we're looking at here just wasn't the one that corresponded to the version of the game that's running right now. Like the version of the game that's running, like in the snow on the bottom of the screen there. Alright, so that's, oh no, but it is, this version of the script is apparently reading in player data, which would imply that it is in fact the real version of the script. So, oh no, we're just not scrolled down. Great. So, actually no, but if that is the real version of the script, then it should have saved a log file of it. So, let's look in the log, for, I don't know what we're expecting to find there exactly. I should really be timestamping the log data, because, it's a little, yeah, like out of so anyways, so where is it? It's in, what is this text folder? No, that's not supposed to be a real thing. Delete that. Test folder, log. So it'd be yesterday's log, right? So like, I feel like it would be this log file, because the script had been running for a while. Whoa! Look at all those nulls. That's dumb. What is that about? How do I never notice that happening? And yet, apparently that's the thing. What? What? I have no clue what that even means. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Okay, and I don't think this was the right version of the script, because that one didn't apparently run for very long. Oh no, you know what? Yeah, no, I was thinking it would be the one before the long gap, like in these timestamps. So it would be the one before the long gap, but no, it'd actually be the one after the long gap in these timestamps, because it gets renamed when the next. Wait, what is up with all these stupid nulls? That's so dumb. Why would it do that? I don't know. I don't care either. I guess technically these are timestamps. They're just timestamps in seconds since the epoch. I don't know exactly how to interpret those. Oh, maybe I should just go by the size of the text file? No, those were the two bigger ones because of... whatever. I'm just going to fix this in a way that makes sense to me, and then maybe it'll fix it. Maybe it'll fix what we saw, maybe it won't, and then if there's still issues with it or whatever, I can always come back and try other things. So, I wonder, actually I'm just going to check real quick how our memory profiler is doing. So we have two versions of Python. Neither of them have gotten out of control in terms of memory yet. Like, they're both only at like 200-ish megabytes, which is actually correct. Yeah, I don't know what's going to cause them to start ballooning upwards, but that's why we're running the profile in the first place, so, yeah. Someday. Someday, perhaps. It might be that I have to run the profiler on the real version of the scripts. Or it might just be smarter to do so. And maybe I should just do that, actually. Run the profiler on the real version of the script, because, well, no, I mean, there are a few things that I should do, actually. I should instrument it, more. Like, I shouldn't just decorate that one function. Although, I mean, honestly, that one function is probably gonna get us, like, it's definitely gonna get us the most bang for our buck, and it could get us, like, basically everything we need to know. But I could also be you know, getting a lot more information as well. It's not the only interesting function. Um, in fact, there are several other functions that I suspect could be problematic. So again, it's so there's no urgency either. So while I need to figure that out, I don't need to figure it out immediately. Yeah. So the thing that's obviously missing, or the thing that seem like the thing that I wonder about the absence of is like why are we not setting environment frame? Why are we not slamming environment frame to 0? If environment frame, maybe we already, or maybe we're presuming, maybe that happens like elsewhere, or hold on, let me see if there's a place where I'd actually edit environment frame. Oh no, wait, it wouldn't be environment frame, would it? Would it? No. Well, so yeah, so there's a value that we're just not even, how do we calculate environment frame? Environment frame equals, yeah, environment frame time. So environment frame time, why are we not resetting that? Oh, here we go. G frame time minus environment start time? Wait. If environment frame time is greater than environment duration, environment start time, oh, maybe this is what I was thinking of. What was environment start time? Oh, it'd be like the now time. Why yeah, I guess that makes sense. Environment frame time. G frame time minus environment start time. Alright, so maybe I am setting that correctly. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm like trying to set it correctly and failing to do so. Environment frame time is what keeps track of like how far through the environment cycle we are, and then we calculate the environment frame based on the environment frame time, as we do here. If environment frame modulo g width is less than last environment frame modulo g width, so that's just checking if we're at like the threshold of either of those transitions, because there's two windows, and then so what's happening here is that we check if we're at the higher of the two transitions, if environment frame time is greater than environment duration, then we roll it back. Why do we only do it here? Yeah. And wait, why do we only do it here in the case of next env name not equal? If next env name equals blank. What if next env name... Yeah, why is... Okay, so yeah, now I'm wondering why is this exclusive to this case here? There has to be some other place that we're resetting environment frame time, because no, actually that makes sense. Does that make sense? If we're in the middle of a transition, we don't worry about that, because why? I feel like when we actually complete the transition, we should also have to worry about that. If end frame is less than last end frame. Huh. I mean, just reading over this, like, I would expect, like, I don't know, there seems to be something missing, but, like, what we'd be, like, the bugs we'd be seeing, they're not, like, the bugs I'd expect to be seeing are not the bugs that we're seeing, so, environment frame time, G frame time minus end start time. If end frame time is greater than... Oh, okay, so we handled... Okay, so Yeah, so we do handle okay, so we do handle the standard environment looping here. Um, so that's why that still works. And then so yeah, this is literally just for the special looping. Um, End frame minus equals G width. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine, a fine way to go about it. End start time plus equals environment duration. End frame time equals G frame time minus end start time. Yeah. Sure. Alright, no, so I guess that I hypothetically I am setting that correctly. So this happens in the case that if environment destination not equals blank and OS path. I should when I make a timestamp of like a video to like when I make a timestamp of a video like that, I should also scroll down in the debug log so that way when I go back to look into these things I can see like what the debug log showed. Um, so transition list. So if environment destination in transition list, then so on and so forth. So yeah. So we did this step in the case that environment frame time is greater than environment duration. I just feel like this jump somehow misfired. Is it that? Is that in frame time is always going to be greater than environment duration? No, that doesn't make sense. Wait, does it? End frame time equals G frame time minus M start time. Oh, wait, hold on. No. No. I was just thinking, like, if this always since this is evaluating first, like maybe it's getting reset too soon. But if anything, that would prevent this from ever occurring. Oh, so wait, if this never occurred, would that cause it? If it's hitting the loop, yeah, right. Because if it's hitting the, oh no, this, yeah, no, that doesn't, no, this does seem correct because like this only loops around when it's environment duration times 2, when environment frame time is environment duration times 2, and so the scenario that we're actually looking for is the one wherein it's in that middle phase where it hasn't gotten all the way this far. It's only gotten halfway there, which is this distance here. All right, so I mean this is the part of code that like does something most similar to what we just saw there. So that's what I was thinking would be a likely candidate for what's going wrong. And I do think it's probably still what's going wrong, but I just don't know how it's going wrong because it looks pretty right right now. So I don't know. Maybe I should look for that log file. Try and hunt it down. Yesterday was the 13th, yes. Is this just gonna be all those nulls again? No. It creates a new log file like every time the script runs, which I don't know. I guess that's helpful in some ways, but I end up with a lot of log files. Although they seem surprisingly empty, considering like the only big ones are these ones with all these nulls in the middle. That's not too helpful. Maybe this is one of the log files. What is it that we could see in that video? So we saw, for example, oh yeah, we were looking up the add karma thing. Oh yeah, this must have been like, yeah. Okay, so is add karma here? Sort of, not really. That's not the right one. No, so it wasn't this version of the script. Oops. So actually, let's just open like all the files from yesterday, and then find in all open documents. Hey, that's pretty handy. Okay, so the one we're looking for is the one where we're adding karma. Oh, actually, we should be looking for the other print, the new karma. Yeah, not add karma, new karma. Because add karma happens every time the script starts. So let's find new karma instead. What? We don't have a log file from when the... Why don't we have a log file from that? I'm not enthusiastic about that. Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know this about. We just apparently don't have a log file from that. So great. My favorite. Oops. So then, I don't know. So in terms of like how to go about fixing this, is there anything else that would be affecting, like, in order for that to happen, we'd have to be affecting environment frame time. So are there any other places that were affecting environment frame time that like that could be responsible for this? I mean, environment frame time, like, yeah, like this is like basically the only place that it actually ever becomes relevant. So no, it'd have to be one of these. If environment frame time is greater than environment duration times 2, environment frame time equals G frame time minus environment start time. We just set environment start time to be plus equal environment duration. So is there a way that could misfire? Is there a case where we want to environment? No. Basically, like, so the transitions happen effectively at like 0. Although when we're not transitioning between environments, the loops actually happen at both 0 and at 1920. So what we're doing here is, like, in the case that we're at one of those breakpoints, but we want to do a transition, since transitions happen at 0, in the case that we're at 1920, we have to reset to 0. So what we're doing here is hypothetically resetting to 0. Although what we saw yesterday with that like teleport, that like half teleport, that would be consistent with like attempting a transition and not resetting to 0. Like if we tried to attempt a transition at 1920, then we'd be halfway through the transition, and yeah. I don't know. I honestly can't think of anything else that would cause this. Because, like, if it's not, okay, well, so let's think about this the other way. If it's not failing to reset the transition at the appropriate time, or if it's not failing to reset the whatever, the cycle at the appropriate time, then maybe it's initiating a transition at an inappropriate time. But in order to initiate a transition, I'm pretty sure we have to evaluate down this code path, because this is the only place that we set environment next, probably. Environment next equals yeah, this is the only place that we actually set that. So what if this was already set, but for some reason it just wasn't rendering? No, that doesn't make sense. Could it? Sorry, one second. Okay, I have something stuck in my teeth, and it's going to drive me crazy. Um, don't mind me. Um, yeah. Okay, so we did relatively recently. Excuse me. What's wrong with me? We did relatively recently. We reset the or we refactored the way that the environments render. So I don't know. We did it, and like the resultant code was like so simple that like I'd be really surprised if there was like some oversight there. And also like why do transitions work? Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that would be an explanation because like why would yeah it's like it's just this here. And why would transitions happen consistently like so much of the time and then just like go wrong like some other time. Um, I might just wait on this to get more data because it's not like a particularly egregious bug, and it's really confusing. So I don't know. I might just hold out, see if we don't find a clue somewhere. Um, sorry, just one second. Don't mind me. I'm not doing anything important. I'm just getting a toothpick. All right. So if I'm not gonna be working on that right now, what should we be working on? I could. I should check on how our memory is doing. Our memory is doing fine now. Maybe because I installed the memory profiler, the script is now like, whoa, I don't want to cause any issues. Like it's on its best behavior now that it knows that it's being watched. No. It's funny, like I only ever see it at like those two values. Sometimes I see it at like 200 megabytes, and sometimes I see it at 2,000 megabytes. Like it never seems to be anywhere in between. Sorry, just one second. Yay, I'm saved. Alright, sorry about that. So memory profile we're doing. This is confusing. Oh, we could look at the water flicker again. Yeah, why not? I already have the video called up. Oh no, I closed it. No, here it is. Okay. Yeah. So so it happened at what, like 44 of the same video. We had a nice buggy day yesterday, apparently. So happened at, oh no, it happened at time 57, not 44. So yeah. All right. So yeah, I remember seeing this yesterday and thinking like that the water flicker bug happened at the oh, whoops, I must have already passed it because I'm already typing the water flicker thing in this part of the video. Uh, yeah, I remember thinking like this was the half that was supposed to be fixed. Like I mean it can't be that there's just no correct answer. There has to be a correct answer. But like I thought I had fixed it for like I thought this sorry. I thought like this half of it should have been fixed. Yeah, it just flickered again. Um, and that doesn't make any sense. What? I mean, this is probably just a fluke, but like, why did the whole screen flicker right before the water flickered? Like, yeah. What is that deal? What is the deal with that? I assume it's nothing, but like, the thing that weirds me out is that oh, wait a second. No, this is the one that I. No, okay. No, this is good. This is fine. Okay, so this is the half of the bug that I expected. This is the half of the bug that I didn't fix. So that's good, I guess. That it's this half that's broken. Because if it was the other half that's broken, if it was the transitions out, then that would have been even more confusing. Huh. Let's if what if what? But did my fix not like get saved? The end phase markers, like my fix. Yeah, so the thing that I tried was just to bump this up to 961 instead of 960. And apparently that didn't help. I don't see how it could have produced the exact same bug though. Like I feel like if anything the bug should have been at least noticeably different. So just for testing purposes, I'm going to set the environment duration down to like 30. Or actually no, I can't make it. Huh. For testing this, it's a little awkward because I can't make the environment duration too fast, or else we won't see the flicker. Because this only like flickers out for one frame, so we could always just miss that frame. So I'm gonna try just to see what it does. I'm gonna try bunching this up to like 965, because this should make the bug more egregious. Profile. What do you mean profile is not defined? Oh, it doesn't like the at profile thing. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So okay, this is the false version. So it should be going really fast. The environment, and so let's wander to the village now. Actually, we should see a lot of weird things, right? Or no, only on the transitions, right? Because it's only with environment transitions. But yeah. So now when we wander to the village, there should be like a significant, like basically like, so instead of trying to fix the bug, I'm basically like trying to make the bug wider at this point. So I don't know, we are going pretty fast through these frames, so it might still just flicker, or like maybe I should probably choose like a more discrepant number. Yeah, I'm gonna use an even more discrepant number. So it's like it's supposed to be 960. I changed it to 965. I'm actually gonna change it to like, I'm actually gonna change it to like 1060 or something, or 61 or whatever. I don't know. I just want to see like if this induces the symptoms of the bug, or if I'm just off base and like the bug is like caused by something else entirely. So yeah, let's go to river, Excelsior, and wander to village, Excelsior. So yeah, so now we should like the transitions should just be like super messed up. There should be like this whole span wherein like it's showing like where it thinks it's in the wrong phase, and so it's showing the wrong frames and the wrong layers and stuff. So what I'm hoping it does during that time is that it blanks out the river and shows the villagers instead, like it does during that bug. Fingers crossed. All right, so is it? All right, so yeah, we're now transitioning. Transition has begun. It's like the first frame of it's the first phase. It's the first transition switch. So should happen in just a moment, or not happen. Oh yeah, okay, so it should take longer to happen, because normally it would happen like right around now-ish, or like right around now-ish. What? It didn't induce the bug? How did that not induce the bug? How did that not look crazy? How did everything just look normal, kind of? How on earth did that not look crazy? I completely changed the environment mark, or the phase marker. I like just... Seriously? Okay. Let's try it in the other direction. Let's try it at 861. So now it'll transition too soon. Way too soon. I guess like some of the swaps are a little subtle, so some of the swaps you might not notice. Go to river. I don't necessarily have to do it from river to village, but river to village is the most demonstrative. So, how is it? I don't know. Hey, Boston Mass, how's it going? Welcome. I these numbers are so important. The numbers that I'm editing here are so important for the proper functioning of the game that I guess like it's really surprising to me that I can change one so dramatically and like not have like the game just like become completely bizarre in terms of the appearance. I guess it's like I guess it's one of those subtle things. Like it would it would like cause more problems. It would like it would cause problems, just not in every scenario, and like sometimes the problems are a little bit subtle. So uh I guess it's good. Okay, so it should be happening already. It should already be happening. Why is it not already happening? What the heck? Why is the world not insane? The world should have been insane for like that whole thing. So that would seem to imply that like this phase marker thing has actually nothing to do with the water flicker bug, maybe? But like if it's not the phase marker, then what the crap is it? Uh if it's not the no, it has to be the phase marker. Why else would it be happening at the exact phase point? Like that's literally the frame that it's happening at. Well, okay, I'm gonna do I still have the jump cheat? Is jump is the jump cheat? No, I took out the jump cheat. Okay, so what is it that I want to do? I want to say like so yeah, I'll put the jump cheat back in. The jump cheat will say the jump cheat is going to just kind of like slam the environment frame and that stuff. So right, so first I'll just put in the jump sheet. So there's the karma sheet, and then oh, I don't need this to print twice. So else if com lines index 0 equals jump, then so how's this cheat gonna work? I punch in a frame or like a phase. No, I'll do it by frame number. So jump. So right. So we'll say graphics messages. Graphics messages dot put a new command which is jump and then com lines index 1. I think that's all I really have to do, because the jump command is just jump plus the number, and then all we have to do is tell the graphics message what number we want to jump to, and on the graphics thread we can process the message to oops, I guess I have to do global graphics messages. Oops. Okay, say that, and then right. So we're processing graphics messages. Now we can have the jump command. So elif name. So elif ng message index 0 equals jump. Then Yeah, so this is where we want to do basically like we want to do a little bit of math to figure out like how to set the game to get to this specific frame. So basically we want to say it has to do with environment duration. So like so if well so actually no, you know what? So the first thing we'll do actually before yeah back when we were calling this command before we actually even like send the graphics message through, we'll say we'll only do this if if comlines index 1 dot is digit then we'll do this. Otherwise we'll say that we need a number, so that way we can just treat this as a number. Whoops, that was not supposed to get indented. So else we'll say print not a number context yeah, and then right, okay, so now when we're jumping we just say environment start time equals g width so it'll be g frame time minus ng message index 1 divided by g width times env duration. So it'll be right. So we're just setting it so that actually this might even be sufficient for the commands. It might be that this is all we need to do. Because if when we change the start time, it'll automatically on the next frame it'll automatically like no, we should do one other thing. No, we should do the full calculation because otherwise there might be some slightly like weird like curiosity sort of things that happen. So let's say so env start time equals g frame minus ng message. So then we'll say excuse me. Actually, I guess all we really have to say is that the only other thing we have to update is last environment frame, because this in some cases this will like changing the environment start time but not changing the last environment frame would like leave like weird historical artifacts. Excuse me. It sounded weird. I just was picturing like little like totems and like stone carvings, but no. Last environment frame equals so yeah, so it's env start time. So it'll be g frame. Oh, so this is not g frame. This is g frame time. G frame is not a real thing. So it'll be g frame time minus env start time oh wait, no, what am I thinking? last environment frame just I was about to undo all of that math that I just did just for the sake of calculating what the last environment frame was, but obviously if we just jumped to a specific frame then the last environment frame is going to be ng message index 1 minus 1. It's going to be one less than the frame that we just jumped to. Because we're like retroactively like fitting in like what the last environment frame was by just changing history. Alright, so I think this might work. Let's find out. Oh, also, yeah, so the environment duration, for testing purposes, let's put this back to something practical. like something that'll go relatively slow. We could even slow it down even further. Yeah, maybe I'll do it like half time. I'll make it go like 850, because now we can. So yeah, so I'll put this back to 960. I'll put this back to 960 because that's what it was before I started like poking at it and like doing weird things. So yeah, and now we can jump to specific frames hypothetically, so that should help the testing process quite a bit. So if I say go to river Excelsior, then I can say wander village Excelsior. Oh, I should try the jump sheet. And then so jump. So if I jump to 1910, for example, this will jump us to right before the. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no. I'm never. Right. I never made. ng message. I never made this an integer. So yeah. So I mean, I could do it here, but I'll just do it upstairs instead. So right. So it'll be the integer value of comlines index 1. Right. Okay. So is that gonna work now? So if I say jump to like 1000, should just teleport us forward through the scene a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It just kind of like shifts the scene. It doesn't move us anywhere. Oh, and I also meant to, as usual, I did mean to delete the text there. All right. I don't know if you started the script though. Okay, so we're in the river. Let's teleport to. I have so many versions of the script running right now. Let's let's wander to the village, Excelsior. Oops, not wander to the exclamation point village, just the regular village. And now let's jump to 1915, I guess, because this will jump us to right before the environment transition. So that way, yeah, we'll hit the transition window like almost immediately. So we'll begin the transition almost immediately. And now, because like, yeah, okay, so environment transition initiated. Wait, really? I don't think it should have happened that fast. I feel like there should have been like a slight delay. Because I jumped to 1915. We should have taken us like, I don't know, maybe it's working. We'll see. The cheat might not be quite there yet, but we'll see. Okay, so now if I jump to, like 950, this will be like 10 frames before. What? Why did? All right, so the cheat's not working quite right yet. Somehow I thought by jumping to 950 that would have caused the transition to complete. Maybe I should be updating those other values too. Like maybe I thought it would just be last environment frame basically. Maybe last graphics time, is that messing it up? No, that shouldn't mess up anything. If environment frame modulo gwidth is less than last end frame modulo gwidth. Is this math somehow wrong? G frame time minus ng message divided by gwidth times environment duration. Basically what this is saying is that if we want to go to frame 1000, we consider how far through the graphics width frame 1000 is, and it's like, I don't know, it's like, what, it's like a little over half. And then we multiply, so we take a little over half, we multiply it by the environment duration, and we subtract G frame time. We subtract that value from G frame time, which means that the environment start time, which which is the indication of when we were last through this transitional loop, is a distance in the past, uh, like by ratio equivalent to like what frame we want to go to. So like hypothetically, this wouldn't get us to the exact frame that we want to go to. Oh, is that the problem? No. Maybe I should do like last end frame minus like 10 or something just to be safe, just in case there's like rounding errors or something. I don't know. Or maybe I should do this math differently. Maybe I should do times environment. Maybe there's rounding errors because I'm doing the division on an integer before I do the multiplication. Let's try this. Did I close the version of the script before? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of which, how's our memory? Python. What? Now it says it's actually losing memory? It's actually using less memory? What? This program runs at like 200 megabytes. And now it's running at 90-ish megabytes. Alright, well we super fixed that. That's great. Now we... Okay, whatever. Hey, Sheep the Killer, how's it going? Welcome. Alright. I'm not complaining, I wasn't expecting, I wasn't expecting our problems to magically fix themselves. I assumed I would have to do some work in order to get them to work. Alright, so, anyways, let's try this one again. It's nice that even though I'm not having a ton of success with what I'm doing here, at least something's going successfully. We're multitasking. We're just having things magically get fixed in the background while we do other work. So wander to village. And so then let's... so we're probably wandering to the village now. And then let's say jump to 1915. So if this works, we shouldn't see the transition initiated message immediately, but we should see it very soon after the jump. There we go. Hey, look at that. It didn't kick in immediately. Okay, so this seems a little more realistic now. So now I'm going to say jump to 950. And this will be a little bit before the bug tends to happen. No, that's not right though. Because it's... Oh no, it is. Okay. Wait, 950? Whoa. Wait, if this is frame 950... If this is frame 950, then that bug really... Oh, that bug really would be very not related to... Oh, interesting. I was adjusting the wrong... Oh, so maybe the fix that I'd been postulating before actually was the correct fix, and I just didn't apply it to the correct margin. So maybe it wasn't the 960, maybe it was the next one, like the 10, or like the 1220 or whatever, whatever comes after. So I'll be interested to see if we get like the water flicker though. I feel like if we were going to have gotten it on 960, we would have gotten it by now. And maybe we did get it and I just wasn't paying attention. When is the next environment marker, I wonder? Or I'm just gonna No, I'm just gonna jump back again to 960 and see if this one's a little, or 955, I guess. This is a little sketchy because I'm going backwards in time. Hypothetically, it should still work though. Alright, so if the water is going to flicker on that boundary, it would flicker like now-ish. I feel like no, we must have made it past 960 by now. Maybe I should, just for this test case, maybe I should be printing out the environment frame just so I can like see what's going on here. Print env frame, nope. Oh, spelled correctly? No, okay. So where do we calculate end frame? Not last end frame. End frame. Okay, so this is a really annoying print because it prints like crazy. But end frame. I don't know. It'll be useful enough. Actually, maybe. Oh yeah, no. So I'll just say so if end frame not equals last end frame. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll just do it this way. So if end frame not equal last end frame, then we'll print. So this should only print us should only print it less spammily. A little spammy, but less spammy. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little spammy with the environment frame prints, but it could be worse. Okay, so let's go to river, Excelsior. Let's wander to village, Excelsior, and then let's jump to 1915, and that'll get us right into that transition real quick. Yep, transition initiated right at 1920. So that is all good and correct. So now let's jump to 955 and see if we get the water flicker or if we can go past 960 without getting the water flicker. Yeah, we just cruised past 960 without getting the water flicker. So what is the other trends? So yeah, maybe like the reason that fix didn't work is because I was targeting the wrong marker. But what is the other marker? What's like the next one up? I guess I assume so. 1280. Maybe 1280 is the problem, not 960. So let's jump to it was 1280. I really need a better memory. I need personal memory management. All right, so 1270 Excelsior. So let's see if it happens. Yeah, okay. Oh no, this doesn't even look correct. This doesn't even look correct. Oh no. Okay, well, it didn't look correct. Oh no, because it was partially off screen. Okay, no, that totally was correct. All right, so it's this 1280 that's the problem. Interesting. Again, I have no freaking clue why that would be the problem. It seems to be the problem. I bet if we jump back in time, it'll happen again. 1285, or no, excuse me, 75. So when it goes past 80, yeah. Oh, wait, it's actually not even happening on 80. It's happening on 1279. Huh. Well, so the funny thing there is that actually fits more with was my original concept of like where these boundaries were supposed to lie. Why that wouldn't be consistent though? Like, because it. All right, so what if I change this to 1279? Is that gonna just fix it? Is that just gonna work all of a sudden? It shouldn't. There's no reason that like these should all be round numbers and this one should randomly end with a 9. But if it fixes it, then like I guess whatever. Like that was my previous fix. My previous fix was just like just change the number a little bit and like I don't know, maybe then it'll start working. So go to river. I should probably set up one command that like does all of these things. But whatever. Wander village Excelsior go to or excuse me, jump to 1915 Excelsior and then jump to 1270. Alright, so let's see if it flickers again. Okay, no, so it did push it in the wrong direction. So it is supposed to go up. Okay, yeah. Okay, so, right. It did happen on 79 and not on 80 because of the comparison operator that we're using. So if this fixes it, again, this shouldn't fix it. This should not fix it. Because, like, there's, like, either these should all end in 1s or they should none of them should end in 1s. So wait, maybe they should all end in 1s? is. I don't know. I really don't. I wonder if it'll happen at the 1440 mark, or if it only happens at... Why would it only happen at this one? I honestly don't know. But let's see if it happens at the 1440. Oh, we're almost there. I'll jump us ahead just a little bit. Jump to 1430 Excelsior. No, that one's fine. That one's super fine. I wonder if this has to do with the anchor layers, the layers to which we're anchoring these special layers, because like well, so I'm gonna check the other thresholds as well. So let's do jump to 19 while we're changing things. So let's jump to 1910 and do the halfway. Yeah, so all the other thresholds seem totally fine. It's just that one. Just so weird. So weird. I feel like it should be consistent though. I'm gonna try putting them all up to ones. No, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Let's look at how the environment phase markers are used. Because literally we're just we're saying if environment frame is less than the phase marker, then we say environment phase equals whatever. It's less than the phase marker. It's less than the phase marker. No, maybe that's fine. Maybe that does make sense. But then what about the middle one? I guess the middle one... I guess the middle one is fine. How it is. Alright, maybe this is technically how it's supposed to be. Maybe this is better and how it's supposed to be. So let's see if we can get... Now that we've changed those numbers up by a small increment, let's see if we can get it to freak out. So let's go to... Actually, let's do the... Let's do the cave, actually. Let's wander to river, Excelsior. Let's go, or jump to 1915, just to initiate the transition. And then let's jump to the far marker, the marker at the end of the transition. So like, let's jump to what would that... Oh yeah, so I guess I should look at the numbers again. So it would be like the 2400s or the 2560s and the 20... Yeah. So let's jump to 20... Or here, let's put the graphics back on screen. And let's jump to 24... or 2395. See if the water will flicker here. I didn't see it flicker, although I did kind of look away. No, I didn't really see the flicker. So let's try the next one. Jump to 2555. So it should happen at 2560. Didn't see it flicker. Okay, so yeah. It used to be that instead of like just shifting these individual numbers on like either half of this phase scale or whatever, I would shift the whole thing. So I think that's why the bug kept happening, because like it would be right on one side and wrong on the other side, and then I would shift it one way or the other. And I guess like I don't know. The phases just seem to want to be this way, so let's let them be this way. That's fine with me. All right, so let's jump to third. Let's just go to river. Excelsior, and then wander to village, and then jump to 1915. and then jump to actually, this cheat would be a little helpful for testing out that other bug that we got with the snow transition, the village to snow transition. So maybe I'll start testing that one next. Right. So, but let's jump to. So yeah, what were the ones? It was 19. So yeah, or excuse me, so 955 for example, Excelsior. I mean, we didn't have a problem with this a minute ago, but we might have introduced one, except it doesn't seem. And then so let's go to jump to so the problem one, or the one that had been a problem previously, was 1275 Excelsior. So hey, look at that, all smooth and clean and clear. So let's try, because the other one we changed was 1441, so let's go to 1435 and see if that one's still clear too. Or sorry, not go to, jump. Excuse me. Seems clear. And then, yeah, so then just for kicks, let's go to 1915, the halfway point of the transition. Or again, not go to, jump. Very similar commands. Yeah, that seems fine. I wonder, I'm guessing the river's just not even visible for any of the other transition, for any of the other transition phases. I don't think so, because if we go to the next one, the 2400, so if we go to 2395, the water's going to be just completely off the screen, I think. Yeah, it's not even visible anymore. So, alright, well, we'll see if that doesn't fix it for real this time. It seems fixed, so I'm gonna call it fixed, and then if it pops up again, you know, we can just keep on striking it down. Okay, yeah. So then the other, yeah, the other thing that I was thinking would happen though is, or the other, like what we were looking at earlier with the village to snow, like goofy transition thing. What if we say, It's like, what if you say like wander to snow? I feel like this should just work fine. So then we can say go to actually, you know, for this testing, I'm gonna restart it because I want to. We don't have to have this super slow transition. Actually, we can have super fast transition, or you know, yeah. Actually, maybe it's not smart to do that. Maybe. No, this should be fine for testing purposes. Okay, so let's run this again. Let's go to village. Go to village. Excelsior. Let's wander to the snow. Excelsior. And the the right, so then so the phase marker, or we're about to hit it anyways, just because how fast it's going, but whatever, I'll say jump to 1910. So transition initiated. Alright, and it did reset appropriately, and it looks like it's going to work correctly. So let's try the other one instead. Let's go to village again, and now let's jump first to 1940. So like let's jump past the midline, and then let's initiate the transition. Now wander snow, and now let's jump to what is I don't know, let's just jump to like 3,500 or whatever, just like towards the end. I forget where it resets actually. 1920. Oh, it resets at like 38 something. But whatever, we'll see. Okay, so it does say the environment transition initiated, but it's working correctly. It's actually like it's showing like the snow and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what that one is about. I don't know why I don't know why that snow transition like got all weird. That one, maybe we'll figure it out someday. Maybe. It doesn't seem to happen very often because I can like I notice the water bug. Like I don't stare at like the bottom of the screen where like the game is running, but like I am cognizant enough of like what's happening there that I I'll catch like graphical glitches from now and then, and if that demi teleport thing was happening like very often, like I'd probably be noticing that way more than I'd be noticing the water bug, because like the water bug, it's just that one little band, right, that just like flickers for a frame. The whole the demi teleport thing, like that like changes the whole on-screen graphics. So yeah. Uh, all right. So uh, what is up with stuff now? How's our memory doing? Still very low. Oh, sorry, I put it off screen, but it's still very low. Okay. I was just not expecting that. I just really was not expecting that. But whatever, I'm fine with it, I guess. It's cool. It's all good. Uh, so, um, let's let's continue on. So yeah, I guess prescripted ad lib events. Yeah, why not? Is that the next thing I want to do? I mean, yeah, it should be. Yeah, yeah. No, there are a lot of reasons that I want to do prescripted ad lib events. It's like actually maybe I shouldn't think of. Well, okay, so I still haven't finished setting up the tech for prescripted ad lib events altogether. So I should set that up. That's like what the prescripted ad lib events uh, that's what this item represents. But then once I have that set up, I might want to just like write more events in general, because that was like the whole thing about adlib events, is that it's supposed to make event writing like way easier. Oh, the downside to the adlib events is that they're event type free, which feels like random. Like event type random and event type free feel very similar, and I don't want to like overload the game with those. So I'd either need to do something or do something else or like whatever, and then stuff, and then you know. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Um, I'd have to. Yeah, no, I'd have to make sure that I keep that balance. Is what I was trying to. Is what I was actually going for there. I don't want to. I don't want to dilute the game feel. All right, I'm just gonna start working on things, like actually, and then I should take out this print is gonna get really annoying. Print end frame. Yeah, let's get this commented out, because I might want to re-enable it at some point. But let's go to the place where we load events. And I think like I think what I was saying before. Well, yeah, I think the last time I talked about this stuff, I was saying that if event type equals free, then we're just gonna like that's gonna be how we annotate these prescripted events to be adlib. If event type equals free, I mean the other thing I could do. Actually, no. You know what I could just do it the same way that I annotate. I could just do. Yeah, no, I don't. I could just do it the same way I do GM text, which is if more than 2 action tags exist, then it's a prescripted event, or it's a fixed action event. I should like come up with a glossary for like all of these terms or something, because like There are a lot of different event types at this point. um, right. So if two or more action tags exist in the text, then it's a fixed action event. Otherwise, it gets interpreted as an adlib event. So I probably even check for that at some point. For oh no, I guess I never check for it because they're all prescripted. So like, I just make sure the data works in the first place. Okay, so for AI in enumerate act list. So yeah, so I guess actually what I'll want to do is say before I do that, I'll say if the length of act list is greater than 2, then we'll do this. Else would events name dot adlib equals true. Is that like all I have to do here? Equals true. Seems legit. Oh, yeah. Wait, what am I doing for outcomes for prescripted adlib events? Hmm. Maybe just nothing. Maybe just not anything. No, yeah, oh yeah, no, I remember talking about this. I think I was gonna do something like no, I was gonna say I was gonna do something like archery and have like canned like default like outcome text or whatever. Maybe I huh. Weird. I don't know what to do. I guess just nothing. I guess there's just not anything. Hmm. You know what? I don't think prescription. So adlib events, like I was thinking, like okay, so adlib events were added in because they're a boon to like the GM, to the live GM. I don't think they're going to be quite the same boon to the prescripted event system because, uh, like the great thing about the live GM is that the live GM can respond. So like with adlib events, like players can influence the outcome of events, and then the GM can react accordingly. But the prescripted system, like, can't do that the same way. Like the prescripted system thrives on like fixed inputs. So, uh, yeah, I don't think this is going to be quite a boon to quest writing as I was thinking like maybe it would, but it should it should at least still work. Yeah. Then the weird thing is that like so yeah, I don't know what like so maybe Trusty Bard will just say will just have like a handful of like or I don't know if I should I don't know if I should make like specific outcomes for each adlib for each prescripted adlib event, or if I should just have like a stock of generic outcomes for all prescripted adlib events, right? Like so like I could just like I don't know. There's like usually Trusty Bard will say like we'll tell like what happens afterwards, but like at the end of the event. But I mean like really all the like the only information that Trusty Bard really has to impart is like what were the results for the individual actions. So like perfect knock 100% led by Caps Island and liquid egg product. So like if that was like a if that had been an adlib event, then like we wouldn't have the whole like you hear no response but the giant door swings slowly open on its creaky hinges part, like because that's part of the story, and that's because the like I was able to write that in advance because I knew what would be the result of knocking. I was able to author that. But like if it was an ad lib event and instead of knocking you chose to like I don't know like build a helicopter, it's like I can't like write every possibility, and there's no way for the game systems to like interpret like that player input. So uh One thing I've been tempted to do is have you guys I don't know if maybe I don't know if, who's familiar with this, but like the ebooks on Twitter, um, like the ebook accounts whereby like people are using like Markov chains to basically like take their language pool and make like a mirror universe version, like a Bizarro version of themselves. That I've been tempted to do something similar with Trusty Bard, to like let Trusty Bard, basically it would be a way to let Trusty Bard ad lib. Um, it comes out as like it comes out as like 50% nonsense, um, like 70% like or no, like sorry, 50% nonsense, like 30% like truism sort of thing, and then 20% of it is like gold. 20% is like brilliant, but I don't know. I probably I don't know. It's not needed. It's not needed right now, and it doesn't even really address like what I'm trying to address here. Um, I guess. Oh, you know what I could do is I could. Yeah, one thing that I was thinking of doing with these is I was thinking of yeah. So there's the special recognition system, right? So it's like perfect such and such led by so and so, and then one thing I was thinking of doing though is having like a specific call out for like for yeah, so right. So like in the case of an ad lib event, like the game system doesn't know exactly, it doesn't, the game system can evaluate like how the event concludes, but it doesn't really understand like intellectually like what these tags represented, or what the participants meant by them. So like part of the thing about the whole like calling out like, you know, led by so and so, like right, so if two people participate in the event and it says led by those two people, that's like, yes, of course it was led by those two people, those are the only two people. But like hypothetically, if like hundreds of people were playing, then you know it still only calls out the top three. um so I was thinking of possibly like adding in like something there, like not just like, oh hey, you know, just shout out, you know, because right now it is just basically a shout out. But no, it was going to also involve the you know what else just occurred to me? Sorry, I'd like mid sentence. But I should finish that other sentence first. No, I was thinking of like actually like making some like sort of like, you know, like that person gets like special privilege for like a minute, or something. So there's actually like a reward or something. Uh, no, I definitely could not pull off an ad-libbing Trusty Bard. Go on Twitter right now, Liquid Egg Product, and look up like horse ebooks was the first one, I think, and then like basically any here we can hold on. Wait, I'm gonna switch over to Facecam real quick, and no, because I don't want you thinking like that we're going to accomplish anything like horrendously unrealistic. It's insane to think that like robot could act as a dungeon master. Um, a robot can like spit out like whatever you feed into it, but like all right, no, I was distinctly intending to convey quite the opposite. So like horse ebooks, like as an example of like this speech. Well, no, I guess horse ebooks isn't the best example anymore, but uh. Well, so here's like the yeah, this is like what this is the stuff that like horse ebooks would say, like I'm going to outline 40 different ways that I've found you. This is a very special technique that I have never seen. Don't stubbornly. Principle to work to make more money while having more fun, unlucky people. Like that's not language. It's like it's kind of hilarious, and like it it like it's something. It's not meaningful though. It's not like it's not anything. It's a laugh. It's an occasional laugh. It is not a staple. It's not like a fundamental or core anything. Um So, no, it's not. Why don't I just cure? If I'm gonna do that liquid egg product, why don't I just cure cancer instead? Right? Like, go away. Like, take that idea, crumple it up, put it in a little can, light a match, throw the match into the can, roast marshmallows over it. Um, so I'm not trying to be like I'm not being needlessly dismissive here. I'm being very important. I'm like being very crucially dismissive here because that, for all the reasons we just discussed, is insane. It's literally insane. It's the type of thing that's not like. It's the type of thing that like you're guaranteed to be wasting your time. I mean, unless that's your life's work, and if that's literally your life's work, then like, cool, good for you. Go for it. Like, go be like an AI researcher, but like you're not working in games anymore. Like you're not a game developer. You're like, okay. Anyways, so ah, let's let's do what? Um, yeah. Okay. So I did the thing about like the adlib equals true, and then that's all I need to do here. And so now, if I thought it was gonna be this easy, I would have done it sooner. But I mean, I guess I do still have to write the events, which is kind of the other half. So maybe I won't go overboard with the maybe I won't go overboard with uh, the extent to which I write more events. Although writing more events is one of the things that I've been meaning to do anyways. So I don't know. We'll see. Uh, is that really gonna work? I guess so. Is there any reason that this wouldn't work? Maybe. Let's go do an event just to see if I'm just make sure I'm handling uh, the uh, to make sure that I'm handling the prescripted events in like a way that allows for them to be adlib. Um, probably. Um, do, 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 do. I assume so. So where do we reference adlib here? If cur ev adlib. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. We'll see. Maybe I'm overlooking something, but can't think of anything. Oh, I should be populating the fake lists. Right. Oh. Oh yeah, that's a little funny. Um, but I guess like it's kind of how I do it. Because I do this like choose your own action thing, and action is not an actual action. So, all right, yeah, I guess that's one other thing that I should be doing. Events. So when we set the set it to be adlib, the other thing that we say is we say events index name dot fake dot what do we do with this? We just append it, right? Because it's a list. Fake equals yeah. It's just a list. So fake dot append. Or I'll just say I can just say fake equals action. Yeah. Oh, well. Hmm. No, I'll just say dot append. Uh, in case I want to use fake outcomes for I might want to use fake outcomes for an adlib event. I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah. Actually, wait though. Then what do we do with what do we do with the outcome loading? Because I think outcomes. Oh yeah, outcome lists. So in this case, okay. I mean, in this case, we just don't really do anything with the outcome lists. Um, is that going to be a problem? I mean, so I guess the next thing to look at would be the place where we conclude adlib events to make sure that uh, we don't need anything else. Because like it's a little weird to have like a. I think this is the first time that we have. Well, I mean, yeah, this will be the first time that we have a. Like right now, we just don't have a set of outcomes for these events. So that's going to be a little different, and maybe like with the call midtime thing, like when we have at the middle of an event, Trusty Bard says something like, "How will this turn out? Your guess is as good as mine," for example, and the that's kind of like what I was thinking of for like having a canned set of outcomes for various event types, because it there's really not, yeah, like we talked about before, there's really not much else to say at the outcome of an adlib event. So all right, let's what do we do with outcomes in an adlib event? I guess we just well, there's a lot that we skip when the event is yeah. So I mean, previously adlib only existed for the live events, not for the prescripted events. So there's a lot just that we just didn't really even have to care about. It's like where's adlib get referenced here? So if curve adlib. If key in late dictionary or no, it's not the same place. All right, so adlib, yeah, adlib gets referenced like very not much at all. For li in influence list, if the length oh yeah, this is just for the purposes of truncation. Yes, no, actually, I guess it's outcome then. It's not. It's like where we calculate the outcome, which we use for. Actually, I guess we do it before this. We do it. Well, it's when we're setting up the outro string though. So outro string equals panel outro. So if panel outro, all right. So outro string, yeah. Here we go. Cur ev dot outcomes index outcome. Right. Right. So currently we're doing this. Yeah. Okay. So so I guess actually, all we really have to do here is we just have to say if outcome in cur ev dot outcomes, because then if it's just not in there, we just don't do that part. It seems a little weird to put the author thing up front, but is all this code in one file? All the code in a single file tends to be in a single file. If you're asking if my entire project is one file, then coincidentally, yes, that is also true. We haven't had this conversation in a while. And by a while, I mean like several days. All right, let's for various reasons, it just feels weird to have literally no outcome. So I'll probably want to change something about that. Maybe I'll start writing these events first, and that way I can kind of feel out whether I'll want to be like writing this on a quest by quest basis, or no, I think I probably can't write it on a quest by quest basis because like with free type events, specifically with free type events, um, specifically with free type events, excuse me, the like the way an event can turn out. Congratulations, by the way, Liquid Egg product. The way an event can turn out is very variable, right? Like it could turn out to be like luck based. It could turn out to be like player based. It could turn out to be like a challenge based. So that'd be a lot of outcomes to write. That would be a lot of outcomes to write. So hmm. I think I'll probably need to do something similar to like what Trusty Bard does for the event midtimes, and just come up with like some generic version of that. Uh, let's for now let's do what? Nice books. Um, let's for starters we can just skip them for starters and then worry about them later, I guess. Okay, so excuse me, sorry. Am I might accidentally be setting up outcomes for the AdLib event. I might accidentally be setting up the default outcome for AdLib events. So because for classic events, outcome list.append AI, but outcome list, yeah, we started off as equaling 0. Technically, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, for AdLibs, we're gonna do something different with like outcome lists later. So for now, I'm just gonna reset it to. So for AdLib events, there's literally no outcomes, because yeah, that would have screwed up down here as well. Okay. So it wasn't literally just one line of code, but it was still relatively few. And let's Um, I'm never, I don't know, I guess it's because I try and spend like basically all day saying interesting things. I'm just endlessly impressed by how other people just don't hold themselves to that standard whatsoever. Other people just very strongly prefer saying dumb things that don't mean anything. I'm not calling out any one person in particular, but um no, I guess let's write the events now, because I guess like technically they should work. Am I forgetting anything? Not really, I don't think. So yeah, just slap in some. I was thinking I would start writing like quest chains and stuff using these, but like I think I'm actually gonna put them as like one-offs instead. For now, because like the thing about them is that like you can't really follow them. There's nothing that comes after like an AdLib event. In the prescripted system, right? Like we were talking about earlier, like a live GM can do tons of stuff with that. That's like why we added these in the first place. But the prescripted system like can't as much. So these will probably just be one-offs for now. Let's see where we need one-offs the most. I mean, it's usually the snow and the cave, and but let's take a look. So let's open our oh shoot. Actually, I think I broke this script. I might need to fix it up a little bit. Maybe. Actually, it might still work. I have a script that counts like our event types and categories and stuff like that. Test event type counts. I bet if I run this, it's just gonna like crash. Yeah. Oh right. Is that because? Yeah, we have another event type now. Uh,